Check 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Hey, what's going on, good people? It's a nice day out. Me and the wife decided to hop on the bikes. Let's get out here and enjoy this good weather. Today happens to be about 70, 75 degrees, somewhere in there. So yeah, we're about to head out and hit these red rock cliffs and some lookouts today. But I had some things on my mind. Moving to a new state. I've been talking about this through other videos, but some things have popped up, especially the idea of liking to ride where you live at. And I'm kind of questioning as if I really like riding where I live at. I like the scenery. I like what everything looks around me, but I'm not too sure if I like riding, if that makes any sense. And I plan to elaborate on that. Basically, it's I've talked about it before, but riding around and having multiple law enforcement agencies, including Indian police and different conservation police and regular law enforcement, state troopers, and this and that. It's kind of nerve-wracking and confusing, especially for being in such an open environment, such as this area that I'm at. As you can see there's mountains all around me, everywhere. Beautiful scenery, just natural. Once you get outside of towns, and then you got, you have law enforcement that enforces these ridiculously low speed limits, which make no sense. I can understand it, for an instance, if you were inside of the town and you have residential areas and being safe is one thing. I'm not even talking about blowing doors off, doing a $120 or above that. I'm talking about at least hitting 80. Something simple. Where I came from was California. Okay, that has like probably double the amount of people or more, maybe even triple the amount of people that this state has, and overcrowding, etc. And you can hop on the freeway and do excessive speed over what they allow over here, and it's just really confusing and nuts to me. I remember riding a week ago, and I was gonna go up to this point where you can overlook everything, and I was hoping to practice on the MV and get some practicing on technique and whatnot. And sure enough, there's cops on everything, and it ruins it, because it's just like, why are you way out here? There's nothing there for you to do. There's no, why would you be patrolling that area? It just leaves you with a lot of question marks, You see these small towns, wide open roads. It's like, what is the likelihood of disaster happening if you're doing 60 to 80 miles an hour versus what that would we normally do in California, which is some ridiculous speed with tons of people everywhere. To me, it's just kind of nuts, and it made me ponder. Do I love the scenery? Do I like it? Sure, but do I like riding it? Currently, not too much. I'm not too thrilled to ride in areas where I feel like there's traps everywhere for no reason. It just doesn't make sense to me. But you guys let me know what you think. I don't know. Just something I had on my mind, and I've been thinking about that the last few times riding around. This is funny. This little kid was walking back to the car, and man, he seen us come around the corner roaring, and then he just paused and was just like, he was stuck. And I love that. Kids tell the truth every time. But I'm gassed up and about to start hitting it and get out of the dead zone, I like to call it. The other thing I wanted to talk about real quickly is when you're riding with somebody else, or if you just ride by yourself, and you get, assholes that, pop up on you behind you, and they're riding your ass, and, pause. But yeah, they're not giving you the space and they're tailgating you. What I usually do is I'll kind of come to the right, the shoulder of your lane, and I'll wave them through. No one needs to be tailgated or made to feel under pressure. Me personally, I hate when cars, because most cars, especially if they think they got a fast car, first thing they want to do is try and come up to you and they want to race you. Why they want to do that is stupid and beyond me. The power to weight ratio versus your 1,000+ pound car and my, triple digit pound motorcycle will smash your car and make you cry. I don't even know what we're trying to prove here. But yeah, those are some things I don't really play about. I'll wave them through and tell them to get out of the way. One thing that will irritate me even more is when you get other bikers that do this. Because you should know better. I get it when we see each other on the road. Some people get excited and they then want to just come out of nowhere and just like run up on you. But that's the same type of behavior that cars do. Move back, give me my space, bro. Let me breathe. If I want to engage with you like that, at least try and be, not so aggressive with it. We don't know each other. I keep meeting people, and they're like, "Where do you live?" and all this other stuff. And I'm like, bro, I'm glad that you're taking interest in other motorcyclists and what they're riding and everything like that. But to be like, coming out of nowhere and just, you pounce right next to me and I'm not even paying attention and startle the shit out of me. I'm one to be like, bro, if you don't get back, normally I'm an introvert anyway, so I'm not trying to be around a bunch of people all the time like that. I'm social, but to a degree, a lot of people don't get, what personal space is. So, when you're coming to somebody else's space like that, give them courtesy. At least show them that you're trying to make that initiative before you just jump in the mix and be like, hey, I'm here. What's going on? You might not even know what their plan is for that day, what type of energy they want to be in. Everybody don't want to do 200 miles an hour and fly around blind corners and hope that we make it. That's not everybody's goal. I'm sorry, but especially with all the super youngsters. I'm still young myself, but I'm seasoned. But yeah, they they just fly around corners and they think that's exactly what you're supposed to do as a motorcyclist all the time. And I'm sorry to tell you, that's not. You're missing the whole picture. You didn't even see where the hell you're going. But that's another topic. But yeah, when you riding with people, just be respectful. I whenever a few group rides I have rode, I always trail around the pack or I'll wait for somebody. There's nothing wrong with doing that. This is my favorite part going through Abiquiu, the Red Rock Cliffs. You cannot beat it. They are awesome. Yeah, this never gets old going up this path. But yeah, anyways, you just show courtesy for people. But look at those cliffs. It's awesome. And just try and be a good person. I know it's hard for some people, but do your best. See, but riding through this right now, it's really cool, and it's wholesome and it's natural, and it makes you feel alive on a personal vibe, by yourself, and just taking in everything. And this is, at this point, we're way outside of towns and stuff like that. There's nearby little areas where people live and stuff, but this is, pretty much open in the valleys and whatnot. But this is like, for the most part, type of areas that I would like to be around all the time. But at the same time, as I was saying before earlier, you could be riding something like this that's this wide open with nobody around, and there'll be a state trooper sitting somewhere and he's trying to give you a ticket for no fucking reason. Go figure. Yeah, but just look how this looks. And that mountain to the left at the top of the screen there, I nicknamed that Emotep. I don't know why, but the GoPro doesn't do it justice, but it is a massive of a mountain, or a summit cap, if you want to call it. Yeah, that thing it's huge. Yeah, it reminds me of the Mummy for some reason. I have no clue why, but I named him Emotep. So I've been meaning to go out to this area for quite some time. It's an overlook that overlooks Abiquiu Lake, and it's beautiful over here. Never really see too many people. Obviously, the lake is still pretty severely drained or in drought, so you don't have a ton of people here, which I still don't understand. Like, people are weird. You can have wet seasons where you get a lot of rain and you get a lot of water accumulation and people complain. You can have, seasons where things become really dry and they complain, like now. And, I'm one of those people now, like, as I grew up, I just look at everything. There's beauty in everything. It could be raining and cloudy and there's still beauty in that. It doesn't mean that it goes any other, direction, The earth is always evolving. Nothing stays the same. I don't understand why humans don't understand that complex or ideology. It is, quote unquote, a fact, really. But again, that's another story. But thank you guys for vibing with me. I love going over this little overpass over the dam. And you can see the water's pretty low down there, but it's still beautiful. Just like traveling across here and vibing and looking at this stuff. But anyways, thank you guys. This was a really good ride out. Yeah, thank you for vibing. Please, if you like this, share, comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll be back with more. You guys be safe. Peace.